Have you ever thought of your own house made of wood? It may seem old-fashioned, but a vintage look never goes out of style. Do you want to know how and what are the ways to have a wooden house and how everybody can have it? Then watch the video till the end. Welcome to Construction Technique. In today's video, we are going to talk about incredible wooden house construction. But before we make it to the video, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get notified whenever we upload a new video. The wood frame house is a development of the technique of timber. The structure of the house also consists of a set of uprights and wooden sleepers, but weaker sections, closely spaced, forming a frame on which is set the wood-based panels which ensure all exceptional rigidity is placed between the stiles and rails insulation that allows this technique to provide excellent thermal and acoustic performance. The oldest wooden building technique is stacked solid wood, logs or planks. As its name implies, this technique involves the use of long pieces of wood placed horizontally and positioned one above the other. This technique has been used for the realization of chalets. However, in recent years, like American achievements, the solid wood stacked architecture allows us to achieve more modern contemporary homes playing on volumes, the glass surfaces, or colors. Outside Northern Europe, wood-built housing occurs primarily in the USA, Canada, Japan, Australia, and parts of Southeast Asia. Timber frame structures are common, particularly in North America, where they are primarily built on site. Several variations of this technique have been developed in Sweden and other Nordic countries, both for on-site construction and modular systems. Modern Swedish timber frame houses can be seen as an evolution of the old systems using vertical posts or horizontal boards. In the early days, all wooden buildings were constructed on site, but now much is prefabricated off-site to create modular kits. Today's prefabricated modular buildings offer an incredible array of opportunities. They feature flexible systems that can be combined to meet whatever wishes the client might have. Construction systems using solid wood structures have also been developed in recent years. The solid wood is used mainly in the floor structure, but also in the frames of outer walls. Systems other than timber frame construction also remain in use to this day. In Japan, a large number of traditional wooden houses are still being built with post and beam frames. Log walls can also still be found, although mainly in smaller buildings. Finland is one of the countries where larger houses are built with dovetailed log walls. Historically speaking, vertical cladding appeared as a means of lining horizontal log walls, initially to protect the sensitive joints, but later also to protect the whole facade. Vertical cladding could be nailed directly onto the horizontal logs. In countries such as the USA, where the log building tradition has either been modest or non-existent, external wood cladding is more usually applied horizontally. This is easier and more natural on a frame of vertical studs or posts. Horizontal cladding is dominant outside Sweden in areas with very damp climates and large amounts of driving rain, such as the west coast of Norway and western Canada. Swedish Wood's aim is to increase the size and value of the market for Swedish wood and wood products in construction, interior design, and packaging. Through inspiration, information, and education, we promote wood as a competitive, renewable, versatile, and natural material. Swedish Wood also lobbies on behalf of its members on key industry and trade issues. Swedish Wood represents the Swedish sawmill industry and is part of the Swedish Forest Industries Federation. In addition, Swedish Wood represents the Swedish glulam and packaging industries and collaborates closely with Swedish builders, merchants, and wholesalers of wood products. Building a large wooden roof relying on only 2D plans becomes incredibly difficult when you take into account construction methods and quality control, Hayashi says, noting that the team's first task was to establish assembly and joining procedures for the wooden panels. It was hard to visualize the work in specific terms using 2D plans, so we turned to BIM to better understand the building as a whole. Armed with these validation results, a BIM model of the actual worksite, the team performed the jacking down without any issues, and the work could be completed within the tolerances of the structural design. Hayashi says this task has been one of the client's biggest concerns from the start. The digital analysis helped us ease the client's worries and build their trust in our process. It was a win-win situation. BIM helps construction by providing communication in 3D. For this project, the 3D format of the BIM data enabled communication that led to consensus building and information sharing. Our company has various technical support departments, including technology research labs, Hayashi says. Over the course of this project, these departments used BIM data to discuss measures and coordinate a company-wide approach to tackling difficult construction tasks. Some building materials, such as steel, inorganic materials which are non-combustible, expand when heated, which can weaken and collapse the structure. Wood reacts in an almost opposite manner to this. When heated, not excessively to a combustible temperature of course, wood dries and becomes actually even harder. Wood-framed houses enable easy modifications during and after the building process, and it's because of the ease, versatility, and cost-effectiveness which makes it such a popular and inexpensive choice. Insulated concrete form homes, ICF, can be costly, troublesome, and time-consuming to alter post-build. Green is the big thing these days, so of course this is going to be a big feature. Houses made from trees are sustainable, renewable, and environmentally friendly. Did you know that wooden structures absorb and store atmospheric CO2, and that wood, even taking into account haulage, is carbon neutral? In fact, it's the only carbon neutral construction material. With over 5,000 different woods to choose from, there is absolutely going to be something that'll suit one's construction or design desires. Some woods are ideal for insulation, some for acoustics, grain, color, appearance, and others for structural frames, walls, floors, ceilings, and furniture. In my personal opinion, the grain on a piece of wood is one of the most mesmerizing beauties in the natural world, where different hues of color and textures roll back into each other like an enchanting dance. I'm not over-embellishing it either. Some of the most breathtaking architectural designs are wood-centered. Wood can be painted in any color and can be waxed and varnished, which will brandish its natural finesse. It can be carved, cut, glued, and nailed. When it comes to how workable wood is, few things can surpass it. Wood can be whittled in beautiful and creative ways, which can make for almost magical designs. The accuracy and finish that can be achieved with wood can help carve an ordinary design into something extraordinary. Further to that, wood is fairly easy to maintain and to repair, so if it goes wrong, fixing the problem won't burn too big of a hole in one's wallet. Back to cost again here, but in a similar vein of thought, wooden houses are prevalent and sometimes required in the Southeast because they are cheaper to rebuild if destroyed by a hurricane. A study demonstrates that even though some woods have a tendency to absorb moisture, there are particular varieties of wood which will not have that tendency. I'm sure there are some woods which are used specifically for their high absorption rates, and some, such as cedar, for their low absorption rate. As a perfect sound insulator, wood does prevent echoes from bouncing around the room by absorbing sound waves. When compared to its constructive competitors, wood proves to be much more effective at sound insulation, especially when it comes to insulating between different rooms. Wood is also used in many concert halls around the world as it naturally dampens sound, creating that perfect tone within the room. The 70-story skyscraper will feature a hybrid structure made up of 90% wood and 10% steel. The 455,000 square meter construction will house 8,000 apartments, hotels, offices, and shops, with trees and vegetation growing on the balconies of each floor. A tubular structure with diagonal vibration control braces and steel columns will protect the installation from earthquakes. Architects, builders, and sustainability advocates are all abuzz over a new building material they say could substantially reduce greenhouse gas emissions in the building sector, slash the waste, pollution, and costs associated with construction, and create a more physically, psychologically, and aesthetically healthy built environment. Alright everyone, this brings us to the end of our video. So from this long, brief, explanatory video, we can now easily see how, in all the way, a wooden house is the best choice for all your building ideas. Thanks for watching. More interesting videos are coming, and if you don't want to miss any of our videos, then smash the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you will always be updated.